The hands of time point to 9:15, outstretching its arm to envelop me in its discomforting hugs. With every second that passes, its fingers move counterclockwise, just for me to go back and give up my calm demeanor I've collected from the last time we spoke. 5 days a week, I should know this routine. So I clock in my piece for a piece of procrastinated demise, slice 8 times, and get to work once again like clockwork. I sit and try to conduct some understanding between me and this place, be less problematic, be more understanding for the ones I care for, but our counterproductive interactions make it difficult to complete this transaction. On one hand, I can't fault the desire for establishing a like-minded environment. On the other, the conditions that complement other personalities only fill my mind with how fucked up I am. How confused from my perspective seems so arduous to perceive, but the scenery that fulfill the ones I regard with special importance are distinguished so succinctly. Could it be that unpopular excerpts don't go under review in this community? The committee are always in agreement to shun what they deem pessimistic, dismissive and uninterested on my elaboration of what's make me detest this quaint oasis. All they ask is if I am to drown in the community pool of pleasantries, as if I could do so quietly to not disturb the positivity going on. Please, of course. So when I stretch my arms, it's not to extend an invitation, but to establish the length of our trust boundaries. But what do I know? What I know is being caught in a vicious cycle of finding comfort in the fort of unknown and strange thoughts, because discomfort in this situation distorts my thoughts in unimaginable ways, is making living impossible. Perhaps I've just grown weak. Perhaps week by week, the weakness started sprouting a strain of suffocating sadness that grew from sickening circumstances that I was unaware of until I got too ill to fight back. Maybe I'm too ill-equipped to fathom that the functions that has kept me going previously are shutting down, and I am truly to blame for all of the mishaps that have been afflicted unto me. I've caught a case of my responses to certain things being difficult to understand for sure, but never an infection that has inhibited my duties. These misunderstandings are always at the top of my thoughts like mold, absorbing healthy characteristics that display a poor reflection of my personality. Assumptions are prescribed to stop me from interrupting their jovial festivities. I have no wishes for my associates to cater to my inconveniences and associate unreliability to my diagnosis. But the medicine allows them to believe that I am well and all until I expire. I swish around the high doses of reality before taking a swig and hoping the taste of assumptions won't dissatisfy that tongue when they speak of me when I'm carried out in trash bags where my garbage existence can no longer be a nuisance to them. No safeguard, no alarms. This place has left me freely fantasize about taking the emergency exit out of this life. Even with my wrist halfway through the door, security just congregate to laugh about common traits. So every day I work out a plan to keep me from walking out of life. Endless sorrows weigh heavy on my thoughts. No matter how much I progress out of it, I just can't outmuscle the experiences I have. Extracurricular activities lift my spirits for the time being until I wake up with a ball of unknown trepidation crushing my chest. Gasping, I'm grasping at financial situations to keep me operating until I've reached my source of my depression again. If there's a place I belong, it doesn't exist here. I keep the table of contents of my life hidden behind pages of mistrust, given to me by the author that orchestrates additional traits to me, made real by the readers that animate those attributes for my mind to see. I bookmark my thoughts that I am an unwanted guest in this library so not to confuse myself with accepted members. So I just suffer in silence to not disturb team morale. Silently, this job has robbed me of the worth that I, myself, have scrounged together over time, ransacking and emptying the positive contents from my mental vault. From my account, there's an insufficient amount of words left for me to withdraw from to express the turmoil this job has created for me. This debt seems so overwhelming to overcome, but over time I'll slowly deposit some patience in to cover the deficit of my own misunderstandings. I am to blame for most of it, So let me cash in my whole amount of miscommunication to adopt a new philosophy, raise it to move with a different level of ferocity, lull the old me to sleep and pray I don't wake up with new animosity. But honestly, I need to regain the ability to take on some accountability. Truthfully, it's my responsibility to dictate how the repercussions of adversity will affect me. I know I can excel. I just need to stop the spread of irritability from bleeding through and hindering my capabilities. When my mood swings, I need to duck, dodge, circumvent my aggressive natures instead of instinctively striking with blunt emotions. I'm training to surrender my thoughts for the enrichment of my personal performance. I need to only pick up the fight when the battle is legitimate and not an ill-informed issue instigated by my overthinking. I'll surge my resurgence through these words, believe me. The southern conduit, I will not be attracted to negative energy because I control which way the current flows. My apologies to the individuals that endure more than they should have, choosing to outrun my outbursts of melancholic presentation because they could see something in me that I couldn't see in myself, got to place first place for the frillest performance of affection. I wish to be carefree, not careful around the ones I call friend. I for certain been careless giving that title to others. Despite the detrimental effects it's caused me, I'll always differentiate the past from the present to give a fair chance to friends I wish to bring into the future. I wish to be more than I am, or at least more than I have been.